Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Professor Dr. Andas Mursid Saleh, Master of Art, Doctor of Philosophy. Me, Dian Aprianti from Rumble Special One, would like to present about dialect, register, and style. This is a journal analysis from Fahrul Rosi, 2019, presented to State Islamic Institute of Madura, with the title The Register Used by the Chief of Indonesian National Police Tito Karnavian in responding to the suicide bomb accident in Surabaya. According to Bieber, register is used as a cover term for any variety associated with particular situational context or purpose. Although register distinctions are defined in non-linguistic terms, there are usually important linguistic differences among register as well. In many cases, register are named varieties within a culture, such as novels, letters, editorials, sermons, and debates. The State of Police of the Republic of Indonesia is an institution that aims to establish national security, including the defense of public orderliness and safety, orderliness and law enforcement, protection, safeguard, and services to public, and the establishment of peace for public withholding human rights. The Chief of Police gave clarification dealing with the bomb accident happened in Surabaya because it is to make clear explanation how the accident actually happened. And of course, using the special words of police. But not all people will not understand the meaning of the words. So, Tito Karnavian, as the chief of Indonesian police, has important and highest position in the police. Thus, what he speak in responding the accident to public must contain the clear explanation about the bombed accident in Surabaya. This is the aim of the study. The first one is to describe the register and the meaning used by the chief. And the second one is to interpret the purposes of the register used by the chief. Here is the review of related literature. For the language literature variety, according to Khair, it can be classified as the variety from the users, variety from the uses, or functional and style and formality. So register is categorized as the language variety from the uses, while according to what the variation implies that language is not just some kind of abstract object of study, but it is also something that people use. For the register, according to Holiday, register is a semantic concept. It can be defined as a configuration of meanings that are typically associated with a particular situational configuration of feel, tenor, and mode. And while Wardell stated that the clearer that register are set of language items associated with discrete, occupational, or social groups, surgeons, airline pilots, bank managers, sales clerks, jazz bands, and pimps employ different registers. Here is the dialect versus register by Holiday quoted by Marcin Lewandowski. We can see from the table that dialect is what you speak as habitually and determined by who you are in socio-region of origin and or adoption, and expressing diversity of social structures such as pattern of social hierarchy. And for a register is what you are speaking at the time, and it is determined by the what you are doing, such as nature of social activity being engaged in, and expressing diversity of social process such as social division of labor. And register has three components according to Holiday. The first one is field. It means is the situation when the register has already said, because the situation happen will influence the meaning at all costs. And for the tenor is the speaker or anyone who said the register in certain situation. The combination between the speaker's role and the situation will make a perfect sense toward the register utilization. And the last one is mode. It means the roles being played by the language and other semiotic system. The speaker's role in the situation and mode gives real sense to the register utterance. The kind of register is the first one is restricted register or closed register is one kind of register in which there is no scope for individuality or for creativity. And the second one is open register is kind of register in which the register of informal narrative and spontaneous conversations. And for the research method, the researcher uses qualitative approach because he wants to identify the register and describe the meaning of the register used by the chief. For the result and the conclusion, this is get from the data one yang merupakan pendukung utama ISIS di Indonesia. Jihad ini didirikan dan dipimpin oleh Aman Abdurrahman yang sekarang ditahan di Makobrimob. In this statement, the register that used by the Chief of Indonesian National Police Tito Karnavian is the word Makobrimob. Mako, markas komando, means the office of the Corps Brigade Mobile or Brimob. As the result of finding the number of registers which exist in the video of Tito Karnavian, the following datum in the result, we can see the data 1 until data 22. The total number of registers from all of the data is 27 registers. The researcher found 27 registers from the video. They are Makobrimob, sel, motif, jad, penangkapan, ditahan, rutan, diproses, penyelundupan, tersangka, tindakan, brimob, diamankan, operasi, deteksi, intelijen, surveillance, Mabes Polri, investigasi, puslapor, TATP, TKP, lapas napi, olah TKP, high explosive, TNT C4, detonator, and penyidikan. Here the researcher is going to analyze how the registers are used by the chief of police. Higher stated register is a variation of language according to its use by a group of people or certain communities due to the same profession and attention, while Holmes stated that registers tend to be associated with particular group of people or sometimes specific situation of use. So how did the researcher explained the register? We can see here from the register cell, it is to give information to the public that this group is smaller or follower of ISIS Central in Syria. Cell means network of terrorists that are spread into some places in Indonesia, and it is used in specific situation of use. And register jet, this word in acronym of Jamaah Ansar Daulah, which is used to describe about the group of terrorists that did terror attack in Surabaya. And here is the conclusion. The result of this research show that there are 27 registers used by the Chief of Indonesian National Police Tito Karnavian, such as I mentioned before for the example. And then the registers are used in the specific situation of the context. For example, like puslapor, it meant to explain the result of identification about the type of explosive used by the terrorists. And penyidikan is an act to look for intensively the evidence crime scene. High explosive, the chief of police want to explain about another type of material of bomb and also the effect that made by the bomb explosion. And the taxi intelligence, the terrorists have trained and know how the procedure of police work. And here is the references from the Rosi Fahrur. And thank you so much for the attention. I do really sorry for my I do really apologize if there's some mistake in my presentation. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.